Welcome to Random Review Fridays, a segment on this channel where we pick one or two movies that may or may not have something in common. Today I have a special guest, Maria, aka Paco.
A.K.A. Paco. I forgot that was my name.
That is.
Oh, God.
So, what are we reviewing today?
Eraserhead?
Eraserhead, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You had recommended this movie a couple of years back, I think.
And I kept recommending it to you.
Yeah, and I kept putting it away. And every time I would pass by, you would say, "Did you watch it?"
I literally had to give you the movie in order for you to watch it.
Yeah, because I think you got the Criterion edition.
Yeah,
and I got the and I finally watched it before this review, and I still don't know what it's completely about. I really don't.
Uh-huh.
But it's a good movie. I thought I was going to hate it because
Yeah.
I've seen other movies from David Lynch.
Uh-huh.
Specifically Dune, which I thought was just a mindfuck of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, pretty much the same, but it's less of one because there's still a story going on. There's actually a story going on. And a story that you can get into.
Yeah.
Even though there's some weird shit going in between that I'm like...
There's actually some scenes that didn't get filmed because they ran out of money.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Do you know how long it took for them to film it?
No, I really don't know much about Eraserhead other than the fact that I watched the film. I
found out yesterday that it took them 6 years.
6 years to make the film?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the dude had to pretty much, the main actor had to pretty much stay with the same hair for like 6 years.
Wow. How did that affect his life? I mean, that's I'm pretty sure he got asked several times, what's with the hair, you know?
Yeah. Well, I don't think he had the hair up the whole time. I think he just had the hair grown.
Okay.
Yeah, because they had to tease the hair. He didn't just have that all the time.
Yeah, it looks like something they permed or they sprayed on.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing. I had no clue about that at all. But I do know that this is his first feature film.
Mm-hmm.
And for a feature film, it's actually really well done. It has great cinematography. It's a little awkward at times. There's a lot of awkward silences, especially when he
David Lynch loves that whole things running way too long than they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Because then I guess he gets a different emotion out of it. He likes it being awkward.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
And in a way, I guess that can evoke some sort of emotion in the audience. You're like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like the scene where he goes to meet the parents of the girlfriend.
Yeah.
That scene was awkward.
I think, it was meant, especially the father just being like...
Yeah. Now, there's one scene that I still don't know what the fuck is going on. And there's several.
I probably don't either. Go on.
But there's one where he's eating the chicken.
Yeah.
And he puts the fork in the chicken and it starts going...
Yeah, and you're the one going, I remember the first time I'm watching it, I'm like... To my friend, I'm like, does she like the chicken that much? Is she having an orgasm? And then she finally cries, and I'm like, oh, okay.
There's a lot of those scenes. And then there's the lady with really big cheeks. I don't know what
not radiator. What is it called? The thing that heats up the room. What is that called? It's in the movie. What is it called? The thingy.
The baby?
Not the baby, the thing that heats up the room. The heater.
Oh, the heater, yeah.
It's called something else, though, that specific type.
Yeah, fuck, I don't remember now from the top of my head.
Her name's that lady, whatever the fuck, the one that sings the song, yeah.
And there's also scenes where...
I really like that, for some reason. I always sing that song, especially when I'm taking a dump for some reason.
Good to know.
Go on.
Yeah, though, the only complaint I would have, in this case with most David Lynch films, is that everything's kind of pretty much left to interpretation, and that's okay, I guess. I guess I'm a little spoiled when it comes to movies. I like things that have a beginning, middle, and end, and perhaps leave something open.
Yeah.
But when it's just too abstract, I kind of become disconnected with the film. Did that happen with Eraserhead? At certain points. But for the most part, there was still a story.
Yeah.
That you could follow. And that's what I appreciated from the film.
Yeah.
Which was not the case in some of his other films.
You should watch his short films, because then you'd be like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Watch The Alphabet, I think it's called The Alphabet.
How long is that one?
A couple minutes.
A couple minutes? Oh, okay.
It's not really that long.
It's not really that long.
I don't remember how long it was, but I like that one. And the one that's weird, I still don't fucking get, is the 6 men getting sick or some shit. I don't get it. But the Alphabet, I like The Alphabet. And then there's another one. I want to know what the fuck you think about The Amputee. That it's weird, because it's there's something normal happening in it, while something
weird.
Not. Yeah, obviously it's happening at the same time, and it's like they don't.
Well, that's the case with Eraserhead. You know, there's a normal story going on, which is the anxiety of the character becoming an adult, and getting responsibility, taking the child that's abnormal.
Except the child looks like E.T. on heroin.
Yeah, here's the funny thing. Like I've always been creeped out by E.T. And I'm saying I'm putting this out there.
So then were you scared?
When I was a kid, yeah.
So if you would have seen Eraserhead right after you were scared.
Oh yeah, that would probably fuck me over completely for the rest of my life. But like it's this makes me appreciate the fact that we don't do this anymore. The whole makeup effects and practical effects. That little thing looks so organic and creepy. And this movie's not necessarily a horror film, but that shit's creepy to me. That whole like. Neither one is ready to be a parent.
I think that was just the manifestation of his fear of being a dad.
Yeah,
and that is same. I don't want a kid, so there's that's.
I'm in the same boat. You know, I think society wants you to have a kid. You know, so but not everyone's meant to be a parent. So I think this movie emphasizes that a lot.
Yeah.
Even though that's. Like 20% of what this film is about, because there's other things going around it.
A lot of shit going around it, yeah.
Yeah. So, did I think this movie's terrible? No, not at all. But I will say that I haven't seen all of David Lynch's films, but I would say this is his most mainstream one, I guess, more linear, versus movies like Mulholland Drive, which is his most known, one of his more acceptable known films. But this one was at least viewable. You can still get into it.
I'm happy you liked it because you weren't happy with Tetsuo.
Yeah, yeah. The thing.
No, you did not like it.
What,
right?
Tetsuo?
No, Eraserhead. You were okay with it.
I was okay with
it.
it.
You don't dislike it.
Yeah, I'm just like. This is it. I can appreciate his artistic value. Even with Tetsuo, I can appreciate the effects the work that was done into the film, because even though I've never made a movie or anything like that, I'm pretty sure a lot of work goes into those effects. But with Tetsuo, at least for me, maybe I would have to rewatch it, but it was so frenetic and so like all over that it was hard for me to get into that film.
Which movie came out first, Eraserhead or Tetsuo? I
think Eraserhead came in the mid 80s. Tetsuo, I think around the same time. Probably Tetsuo came first. I want to say.
Because there's this one scene in Tetsuo that looks almost like the same scene in Eraserhead, where both characters are standing in front of a like black background.
Yeah.
But there's something being sprayed.
Right.
They both have the same scene.
But like,
I have no idea why I noticed that, but I remember when I was watching Tetsuo with you, I was
I know which scene you're talking about in Eraserhead. The thing is that with Tetsuo, I think I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have, but because the thing with Tetsuo is that there was a lot of crazy scenes, a lot of crazy effects, and I can appreciate the whole originality. But it was just not for me. It's not to say that I don't like abstract films. I don't like artistic films. I do. But to say this phrase I'm about to say now, when they're done right, is subjective. Because what I may like, someone may not like, and vice versa. So I think Tetsuo is a movie that I can see a lot of people liking it. I can see a lot of people appreciating its value. And I appreciate the work that was put into the film. But that doesn't mean that I love or like the movie. I just like the work that was put into it.
I think what I like more about those movies are the conversations you can have with friends with them. Because they have different interpretations.
Yeah. Another thing between Tetsuo and Eraserhead is that with Eraserhead, you have more... With Eraserhead, you have more dialogue. You have more things going on. And with Tetsuo, it's just more abstract. It's more, left a lot to interpretation.
It's just what fuckery is going on.
Exactly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little conversation piece of Eraserhead, which jumped into Tetsuo. But
it was because that one scene I just wanted to.
Yeah. So that's pretty much wraps up this short little review on the topic of Eraserhead, a movie that I wasn't originally planning to watch, but I pretty much.
I'm happy you finally saw it.
Yeah. I was gonna say I've seen Eraserhead. Yeah.